In a messy teenage sanctuary, Calloway's face is bathed in the eerie blue glow of his phone screen as he scrolls. Piles of textbooks teeter precariously on his desk, a testament to a world beyond the digital. Clothes lie strewn across a chair, a stark contrast to the mesmerizing light of the screen. Lost in the scrolling abyss, Calloway is a typical high school student, immersed in the digital world. A digital clock on his bedside table blazes red, with 8:16 p.m., counting down to an unknown, significant moment. The digital clock on Calloway's nightstand glows 8:17 p.m., a silent sentinel in the dim room. His phone, face down, buzzes with an ominous vibration, shattering the quiet of the night. Calloway picks it up, a furrow in his brow, as an unknown number flashes, a chilling mystery. A stark message appears on the dark screen, a silent warning: "Don't sit next to Eli tomorrow." In his darkened bedroom, Calloway's face is illuminated by the glow of his phone, revealing a blend of confusion and amusement. His gaze is fixed on a message, its words sparking an unreadable emotion in his eyes. His finger hovers over the delete icon, almost pressing it, as if to erase a mere prank. The phone screen reflects his hesitant expression, a silent battle of dismissal versus intrigue playing out. The school hallway pulses with a vibrant, chaotic symphony of slamming lockers, echoing chatter, and hurried footsteps. Calloway and Eli, a whirlwind of youthful energy, weave through the bustling crowd, their laughter ringing out above the din. Calloway pulls out his phone, its screen a small beacon in the energetic chaos, a cryptic message displayed. He holds the phone up for Eli to see, the glowing words a silent challenge from the night before. Eli leans in, his eyes scanning the message as a playful smirk slowly spreads across his face, a hint of mischief in his gaze. The friends share a knowing glance, the cryptic message forging a silent bond between them amidst the morning rush. The morning sun bathes the bustling school hallway in a warm, golden glow, highlighting the vibrant energy of the students. Eli playfully nudges Calloway, a mischievous glint in his eyes, sharing a secret moment of adolescent joy. Their laughter echoes lightly, unburdened and free, as they find humor in an absurd thought. Eli suggests with a grin, "Maybe it's you from the future warning yourself." They share a light-hearted moment, blissfully unaware of the subtle, impending impact of their playful words. The classroom hums with the low murmur of chatter and rustling backpacks as students settle into their seats. Calloway, usually swift, hesitates at the classroom entrance, his eyes scanning the familiar space. His gaze drifts from the empty chair beside Eli, a silent question in the air. Then, to another empty seat, further away, an inexplicable pull drawing his attention. A moment of profound uncertainty holds him, a silent battle against his established routine. Calloway enters the classroom, a subtle tension visible in his shoulders, a silent battle playing out within him. His eyes dart around the room, briefly lingering on Eli, who sits already settled, an unspoken connection in the air. An unseen impulse guides Calloway as he chooses a seat several rows away, a frown of bewilderment creasing his brow. He settles into the chair, the weight of his own decision pressing down, a faint unease lingering within him. Calloway processes his choice, the classroom's quiet hum amplifying the internal conflict of his mind. 10 minutes into class, the door slowly creaks open, a sudden disruption in the quiet classroom. The principal's secretary stands in the doorway, her gaze sweeping across the room with an air of authority. Her eyes land on Eli, a silent summons that instantly captures his attention. Eli's brow furrows in surprise, a sudden bewilderment etched upon his face as he hears his name. Eli! Slowly, he gathers his belongings, his movements hesitant, a question in his eyes. With a bewildered expression, Eli exits the classroom, leaving a trail of unanswered questions in his wake. Calloway watches Eli depart, a silent farewell hanging heavy in the classroom air. The empty chair beside him, where Eli always sat, now holds a profound and silent weight. A strange mix of apprehension and dawning realization tightens in Calloway's stomach. The classroom hums on, but Calloway's mind is lost, adrift in a sea of thought. The absence of Eli is a palpable presence, leaving Calloway in a profound stillness. Calloway sits at his desk, bathed in the soft, solitary glow of his laptop, the only sound the low hum of the machine. His face, illuminated by the screen, shows deep concentration as he tackles his homework. His eyes dart, a flicker of anticipation crossing his features, towards the digital clock. The clock boldly displays the time, 8:16 p.m., a subtle harbinger of something yet to unfold. The quiet room holds its breath, as Calloway's subtle shift suggests a moment of expectation. In the quiet of Calloway's bedroom, the digital clock glows 8:17 p.m., a stark number against the dimness. A sudden, jarring buzz from his phone shatters the silence, a jolt that makes him slowly reach for it. The screen illuminates, revealing the ominous words, "unknown number," and a chilling new message. His eyes widen as he reads the unsettling directive, "Don't say it in class tomorrow." Calloway's earlier amusement vanishes as he reads the text on his phone, his features hardening with dread. A profound sense of unease washes over him, twisting his gut into a tight, cold knot. The playful light in his eyes is replaced by a dark, serious expression, the weight of the words sinking in. This is no longer a joke. A chilling realization dawns, making his blood run cold. With a slow, deliberate movement, Calloway lays the phone down, clearly disturbed by the message it bears. Mara stands at the front of the classroom, her voice echoing as she reads aloud from a textbook. She stumbles over a word, a slight mispronunciation hanging in the air, her face flushing with embarrassment. A ripple of suppressed chuckles spreads through the room, a wave of adolescent amusement. Calloway feels a joke forming on his tongue, a mischievous glint in his eye, ready to pounce. In the English class, Calloway's eyes dart to the empty space where his phone should be, a silent alarm in his mind. A realization dawns on his face, the memory of the text message flashing through his thoughts. The joke, poised on his lips, withers and dies, replaced by a tense silence. A subtle battle of emotions plays out on Calloway's face, a silent struggle hidden from view. Mara finishes her reading, her voice a fragile whisper that barely fills the tense English class. The classroom is unnervingly quiet. A few students still wear cruel smirks on their faces. Calloway avoids Mara's gaze, a new, heavy sense of responsibility settling upon his shoulders. The air crackles with unspoken tension, a palpable weight pressing down on everyone. The lingering silence in the room is deafening, amplifying the raw emotions of the moment. The school hallway, now emptying of students, is filled with the echoes of their chatter, a quiet hum after the storm. Mara approaches Calloway, her face softened by an expression of gratitude. A small, hesitant smile plays on her lips as she draws closer, her eyes fixed on him. She pauses before him, a fragile moment of appreciation hanging in the air. "Thanks for not laughing," Mara says, her voice a soft murmur. "I thought you were going to." Her gaze searches his, a hint of vulnerability in her eyes, awaiting his response. In the bustling school hallway, Calloway stands, a subtle transformation taking hold within him amidst the chaos. A warmth, like a gentle ember, spreads through his chest, settling into a quiet, profound satisfaction. He simply nods, a silent acknowledgement of the complex emotions stirring within, too deep for words. The surrounding students and lockers continue their usual din, oblivious to Calloway's private, powerful internal moment. In the dim bedroom, the digital clock glows 8:17 p.m., a stark reminder of the creeping night. Calloway sits on his bed's edge, phone clutched in his hand, his eyes fixed on the screen with tense anticipation. The room is cloaked in a dim, expectant light, the silence punctuated only by the soft hum of electronics. The buzz has become a nightly ritual, a silent promise of words to come. The messages are always short, direct, and a single sentence, yet they hold Calloway captive each night. The bedroom is bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of a digital clock, a beacon in the still night. Calloway, his brow deeply furrowed, gazes intently at his phone, a cryptic message held captive in his hands. The words, "Take the long way home," burn into his mind, an unspoken command he accepts without question. The digital clock's unwavering display confirms the late hour, sealing his silent, unquestioning resolve. Calloway walks home, his steps deliberate, choosing an unfamiliar path. The vibrant street scene unfolds around him, a new perspective on his daily journey. In the distance, on his usual route, a minor altercation breaks out, a fight scattering onlookers. Calloway observes the chaos from afar, a flicker of something unreadable in his eyes. A profound sense of relief washes over him, a silent acknowledgement of his choice. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Calloway's face is illuminated as he stares at his phone, a new message notification on the screen. An unknown sender's ominous text appears. "Don't open that message," sending a chill down his spine. Calloway's thumb hovers, a silent battle waged over the glowing screen, his hesitation palpable. With a deep breath, he makes his decision, closing the messaging app as the screen goes dark. In his bedroom, Calloway's face is bathed in the pale, unsettling glow of his phone screen, his eyes fixed on unseen words. His mind races, transforming the anonymous message from a chain letter into a chilling, sinister possibility. A strange sense of trust begins to settle over him, an invisible guardian emerging from the cryptic texts. He clutches the phone, a silent protector guiding him through the unsettling whispers of the night. In his bedroom, Calloway's face is illuminated by the soft glow of his phone, a new message flashing on the screen. He stares at the words, a familiar pang of guilt tightening in his chest, a silent confession of neglect. The screen commands him with stark simplicity, "Call your mom." Calloway raises the phone, his thumb hovering over the dial button, a monumental decision hanging in the air. In Calloway's kitchen, the dim light casts long, dancing shadows around him, a silent sentinel in the night. He sits at the kitchen table, phone pressed to his ear, a world of untold stories held in his hand. His gaze is distant, lost in the soft echo of his mother's voice, a warm embrace across the miles. Her words, filled with appreciation, paint a picture of a connection he hadn't realized he was missing, now found. A profound sense of belonging washes over him, a quiet calm settling deep within his soul. A small, tender smile graces his lips, a testament to the unexpected joy of a mother's loving call. In the soft glow of a desk lamp, Calloway sits on his bed, his phone clutched in hand, a stack of textbooks looming. He lets out a frustrated sigh, his gaze torn between the alluring screen and the daunting pile of books. A text message cuts through his gaming dreams. Another night, another text. "Study tonight." With a reluctant sigh, he reaches for a book, opening it to face the inevitable. Under the relentless hum of fluorescent lights, Calloway hunches over his desk, a stark figure of concentration. His pen glides across the pop quiz, answering each question with an uncanny certainty that belies his past struggles. A quiet triumph blooms within him, a silent acknowledgement of the unseen forces guiding his hand. His brow, usually furrowed with doubt, is smooth, reflecting a newfound confidence. The air around him seems to shimmer, charged with the subtle energy of his unexpected success. A subtle smile plays on his lips, a private victory in the sterile classroom. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Calloway sits on his bed, his eyes glued to his phone. He clutches the device, a nervous habit betraying his inner turmoil as the time ticks closer to 8:17 p.m. The air in the room is thick, with a palpable anticipation, each second stretching into an eternity. His gaze is fixed, unwavering, as if the screen holds the key to his very existence. In the quiet bedroom, Calloway's face is bathed in the soft glow of a bedside lamp as he reads a message on his phone. A familiar buzz at 8:17 p.m. makes his heart thump, a frantic drumbeat against his ribs. His fingers tap out a reply, a new surge of courage in his eyes as he types. "Who is this?" The screen reflects the anxious anticipation on his face, the silence thick with unspoken possibilities. In Calloway's quiet bedroom, the air hangs heavy with anticipation. His phone screen glows, a small beacon in the darkness. 3 tiny dots appear, symbols of an impending revelation. Calloway's eyes are glued to the screen, his breath held captive. The silence in the room amplifies the palpable suspense, a tension almost unbearable. Every fiber of his being is focused on the unseen words about to unfold. In the dim bedroom, the soft glow of a screen illuminates Calloway's face, casting eerie shadows. A single, ominous word, "you," materializes on the screen, piercing the silence. Calloway's eyes widen in disbelief and dawning horror, a silent scream building within him. A visible tremor shakes his body, a ripple of fear spreading through his very being. His heart pounds a frantic rhythm against his ribs, each beat a drum of impending dread. He rereads the chilling reply, the simple word "you," now a terrifying, overwhelming implication. In his bedroom, Calloway's face is bathed in the eerie glow of his phone, another stark, unyielding message appearing on the screen. His hands, clutching the device, begin to tremble uncontrollably as a cold dread washes over him. The ominous message, "You don't get another warning after Friday," seals his inescapable fate. Fear and confusion intertwine, a knot tightening in his stomach as the chilling implications sink in. In his bedroom, Calloway stares at his phone, its screen a stark, ominous beacon in the dim light. The chilling words, "No more warnings," blaze on the screen, a silent prophecy of doom. Long shadows dance around him, mirroring the profound isolation that consumes him. The crushing weight of an unknown catastrophe settles upon his shoulders, a burden he bears alone. Calloway navigates the bustling school hallway, a knot of anticipation tightening in his stomach, his senses on high alert. Every detail is magnified, as he expects a significant event to disrupt the ordinary, his eyes darting from face to face. His ears strain to catch snippets of conversation, searching for any hint of the impending disruption. Eli jokes loudly with a group of friends, their laughter echoing through the hall, oblivious to Calloway's tension. Mara's smile is bright and carefree, a beacon of maddening normalcy in Calloway's heightened state. Despite his intense anticipation, everything appears maddeningly normal, a frustrating calm before an unknown storm. In a classroom, the hum of fluorescent lights fills the air as Calloway sits at his desk, his gaze fixed on the wall clock. The rhythmic tick-tock of the clock seems to mock him, each second amplifying the strange, ordinary feeling of the day. A knot tightens in his stomach, a persistent feeling of impending doom that he can't shake. His eyes dart to the clock again, a silent plea for time to stop or hasten, but it relentlessly ticks on. The school grounds blur into the vibrant canvas of a setting sun, painting the sky in fiery oranges and deep purples. Calloway walks, a silhouette against the dramatic sky, a day of quiet relief etched on his face. Yet, a shadow of dread clings to him, a persistent chill despite the warmth of dusk. His fingers instinctively reach for his phone, the screen glowing in the fading light. No new messages, only the echo of his unspoken anxieties in the quiet twilight. Calloway sits on his bed, phone clutched in hand, his eyes fixed on the digital clock. The red numbers on the clock slowly tick towards 8:17 p.m., each second a heavy beat in the silence. The air in the room is thick with an almost palpable tension, a silent scream of anticipation. His breathing is shallow, almost imperceptible, as if even the air is afraid to move. He waits, suspended in the agonizing quiet, for a moment that feels both inevitable and impossible. In Calloway's bedroom, the digital clock glows ominously. 8:17 p.m. His phone, resting beside the clock, buzzes, a sudden jolt in the quiet room. Calloway snatches it, his heart a frantic drumbeat against his ribs, knowing this is it. A message appears on the screen, a final, chilling warning. The stark words, "You already know what to do," glare back at him from the illuminated screen. In his bedroom, Calloway's face is illuminated by the harsh glow of his device, a stark message freezing him in place. His eyes scan the screen, searching for meaning in the stark text. A silent plea for an explanation. A wave of confusion washes over Calloway, his brow furrowing as the message's implications sink in. Confusion gives way to a profound sense of abandonment, a betrayal etched onto his features. The bitter realization dawns. His future self has severed ties, leaving him adrift and alone. In his bedroom, Calloway sits on the bed's edge, his face bathed in the phone's soft, unsettling glow. His eyes, wide with apprehension, scan each word of a message, searching for a hidden meaning within the text. A sudden, intense pressure builds within him, a silent scream trapped behind his searching gaze. The words, "You already know what to do," echo in his mind, demanding an interpretation he cannot grasp. The school hallway, usually quiet, now echoes with the boisterous voices of students, their laughter a cruel symphony. Eli, a smirk playing on his lips, stands at the center of his friends, their attention fixed on the new kid. The new kid's shoulders hunch, a palpable discomfort radiating from him as Eli's taunts pierce the air. A wave of cruel laughter ripples through the crowd, a chilling sound that swallows the new kid whole. In the silent school hallway, Calloway watches from a distance, a lone observer in the Saturday morning quiet. The familiar, suffocating pressure to conform, to join the distant echoes of laughter, slowly rises within him. A silent battle wages as he feels the pull to be part of a group that feels just out of reach. His hand, a silent betrayer, instinctively reaches for his pocket, seeking solace in a familiar gesture. He clutches at something unseen, a quiet anchor against the invisible tide of expectation. In a deserted school hallway on a Saturday morning, a lone figure stands, the silence amplifying his solitude. He pulls out his phone, its cold metal a stark contrast to the quiet, a desperate hope in his eyes. He checks the screen, hoping for a message, an 8:17 reminder, any guidance from the silent digital world. But the screen remains dark, a void reflecting his own emptiness. The silence is deafening, a stark contrast to the cacophony around him, echoing his inner turmoil. The school hallway stretches, eerily quiet, amplifying Calloway's inner turmoil. A vice-like grip of anxiety tightens Calloway's chest, his breath catching in the silent air. His silent phone, cold and unyielding, rests in his hand, a stark contrast to his racing thoughts. Calloway glances at the new kid, whose expression remains inscrutable, a mystery in the quiet hall. Then, his gaze lands on Eli's face, twisted into a mocking sneer that chills him to the bone. A sudden, chilling realization washes over Calloway, his eyes widening with dawning horror. In the silent, empty school hallway, his footsteps echo, a lonely rhythm in the vast space. He stops, a sudden clarity dawning in his eyes, a profound understanding washing over him. The perplexing texts, once a mystery, now reveal their true nature, his own instincts, his conscience. They were the unlearned lessons, the future regrets, given a powerful, guiding voice. His future self, not a protector, but a wise guide, steering him from unseen pitfalls. The empty school hallway stretches into a profound silence, the fluorescent lights buzzing a lonely tune above him. Alone, he feels the void left by his future self, a once constant, comforting presence, now utterly gone. It didn't vanish. It simply ceased its vigilant watch, leaving him exposed and vulnerable to the world. A sharp, sudden understanding washes over him, a chilling revelation that he must now protect himself. Calloway takes a deep, deliberate breath, his chest rising and falling with a silent resolve. His gaze hardens, a steely determination etched across his face, revealing an unyielding purpose. He pushes through the scattered students, his steps firm and purposeful, a man on a mission. The usual chaos of the hallway fades into a distant, muffled hum, losing its power over him. The world outside recedes, replaced by the rhythmic, powerful thumping of his own heart. Each beat echoes a silent promise, driving him forward with unwavering resolve. In the echoing school hallway, a circle of students gathers, their laughter sharp and unrestrained. Eli and the new kid stand at the center, their expressions a mix of unease and forced composure. A figure steps forward, a sudden, powerful presence cutting through the boisterous crowd. His arrival sends a ripple through the group, their laughter abruptly silenced, replaced by an unsettling hush. All eyes turn to him, a palpable tension now hanging heavy in the air. In the hushed school hallway, Calloway and Eli lock eyes, a silent challenge passing between them. The last murmurs of the hallway fade, leaving behind a tense, expectant quiet. Calloway's gaze is unwavering, a silent promise of confrontation. His voice, though not raised, cuts through the stillness, firm and resolute. He speaks with a chilling authority. Leave him alone. An eerie silence descends upon the school hallway, every breath held in anticipation. All eyes in the room are fixed, unblinking, on Calloway, who stands at the epicenter of this sudden, profound stillness. Eli's mocking smile, once so confident, begins to falter, a tremor of uncertainty crossing his lips. The smirk completely dissolves, replaced by a stark look of surprise, a sudden chill of disbelief etching itself onto his face. His gaze, now wide with a dawning realization, locks onto Calloway, the unspoken question hanging heavy in the air. The empty school hallway echoes with a chilling silence, the fluorescent lights humming overhead. A lone figure, Eli, emerges from the shadows, his expression a mask of cold disdain. His lips curl into a sneer, a subtle shift that speaks volumes of his contempt. The silence shatters as his voice, sharp and cutting, pierces the air. His words hang heavy, a venomous question delivered with chilling precision. "Since when are you soft?" The accusation lingers, a challenge thrown into the stark, unforgiving space of the hallway. The empty school hallway stretches into a silent abyss, the air heavy with an unspoken stillness. Calloway stands motionless, a solitary figure, a statue of quiet defiance against the looming silence. The invisible weight of expectation and the gnawing desire to fit in begin to subtly lift from Calloway's shoulders. The chilling fear of being seen as different, once a heavy cloak, now dissipates into the echoing void. A subtle, inner strength takes root within Calloway, replacing the former anxieties with a quiet, resolute power. In the silent school hallway, the new kid's wide, grateful eyes fix on Calloway, a powerful, unspoken thank you. This silent affirmation solidifies Calloway's decision, a quiet resolve settling in his gaze. The air between them crackles with a palpable, unspoken tension, thick with new understanding. A moment of shared, profound connection hangs in the still morning air, promising an unfolding drama. The school hallway stretches, echoing and vast, a silent testament to the weekend's emptiness. Eli visibly deflates, a subtle shift in the group dynamic crushing his spirit. He offers a forced shrug, a poor attempt at casualness, before turning to leave with his friends. The small crowd around them slowly dissipates, leaving the hallway, even emptier than before, a stark silence. The school hallway slowly settles, the echoes of chaos fading into a soft, ambient hum. Calloway stands amidst the quiet, his world irrevocably shifted by the recent commotion. A profound and unfamiliar sense of peace washes over him, a feeling he's never known before. His gaze drifts, a quiet revelation dawning in his eyes as he processes the change within. The new kid remains steadfastly by his side, a silent witness to Calloway's transformation. Calloway sits on his bed, the phone a silent, unmoving sentinel beside him, bathed in the dim light of his bedroom. The digital clock on his nightstand ticks relentlessly, the numbers glowing crimson, 8:17 p.m. He glances at the phone, a flicker of hope in his eyes, quickly replaced by a weary resignation. The phone remains stubbornly silent. No buzz, no message, just the cold, hard reality of its stillness. The profound quiet of his room amplifies the unspoken anticipation, an echoing void in the Saturday night. A small, contented smile blossoms on Calloway's face, a silent testament to battles fought and won. The lingering shadows of past warnings have vanished, replaced by a profound sense of inner peace. He faced a significant challenge, navigating the tempest with only his inner compass as a guide. Now, a quiet triumph radiates from him, the master of his own destiny. Calloway enters his bedroom, the soft light of Saturday night illuminating his path. His phone, a silent sentinel, rests in his hand, a ghost of old habits. With a deliberate, unhurried motion, he places the phone in a drawer, a small act of defiance. The drawer closes with a soft click, sealing away a former dependence, a silent farewell. A profound sense of lightness washes over him, a newfound freedom in the quiet room. He stands taller, empowered by his own choice, master of his own digital silence. In his bedroom, Calloway stands by the window, a silent sentinel against the Saturday night sky. The inky blackness of the night stretches out before him, dotted with distant, twinkling stars. A quiet confidence radiates from his posture, a subtle strength in his gaze. He is not merely observing, he is a sculptor of his own destiny, his mind alight with purpose. Each breath he takes is a deliberate stroke, shaping the unwritten chapters of his life. The future, a boundless canvas, awaits his masterful touch, not with anticipation, but with active creation. In the bustling school cafeteria, Calloway sits alone, his lunch untouched, lost in thought amidst the chaos. A new kid approaches, a shy smile gracing his features, a silent question in his eyes. He settles across from Calloway, a quiet gesture of friendship blooming in the noisy room. The new kid's presence is a soft offering, a silent thank you in the midst of the lunch rush. Calloway looks up, a flicker of surprise in his eyes, then a subtle acknowledgement. A new connection forms, unspoken yet profound, amidst the everyday clatter of the cafeteria. Amidst the bustling cafeteria, Calloway's face lights up with a warm, genuine smile, a beacon of peace. His eyes, brimming with newfound warmth, reflect a quiet triumph of spirit. He has forged a connection, not through external guidance, but from deep within his own moral strength. The cheerful cacophony of the cafeteria now feels like a harmonious backdrop to his inner peace. In a sunlit classroom, Calloway engages in a lively discussion, his presence commanding and assured. No longer hesitant, his voice rings with newfound conviction, each word a testament to his growing confidence. He articulates his thoughts with impressive clarity, his insights sharp and profound. A palpable aura of self-assurance radiates from Calloway, transforming his every contribution. Calloway sits at a polished wooden table, surrounded by towering bookshelves, lost in a world of knowledge. His eyes, sharp and unwavering, are fixed on an open textbook, a pen clutched firmly in his hand. The initial push of a text has faded, replaced by an intrinsic drive to master the material. He studies with a focused intensity, driven by a quiet, burning desire for self-improvement. Calloway ambles through the vibrant park, a gentle breeze ruffling his hair. He savors the fresh air, a profound sense of unburdened freedom washing over him. Each step is deliberate, chosen, a silent declaration of his serene journey. His path winds through the scenic route, a tapestry of nature unfolding before him. He embraces the tranquil beauty of the park as he slowly makes his way home. Calloway sits on his bed, phone pressed to his ear, a comfortable silence filling the space. He recounts the day's events to his mom, his voice a soft murmur in the quiet room. The easy flow of conversation, a testament to the strong bond he's carefully nurtured. A faint smile plays on his lips, reflecting the warmth of their connection. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Calloway is utterly lost in the pages of his book. His phone rests silently, face down on the nightstand, its digital world forgotten. The digital clock on the nightstand displays 8:17 p.m., a moment of time passing unnoticed. A profound sense of peace washes over Calloway as he reads, undisturbed by the outside world. The quiet scene is a sanctuary, a moment of tranquil escape from the demands of life. The school hallway hums with a vibrant chaos, a symphony of youthful energy and bustling movement. Amidst the swirling throng of students, Calloway's gaze cuts through the crowd, seeking out Eli. Eli, sensing the unspoken connection, meets Calloway's eyes, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. A curt nod from Eli, a gesture laden with unspoken meaning, hints at a deeper understanding. A flicker of respect, raw and undeniable, flashes in Eli's gaze, revealing a shift in their dynamic. Calloway now carries a quiet authority, an aura of newfound power that subtly transforms the scene. In a brightly lit English classroom, the hum of fluorescent lights fills the air, setting a quiet, introspective tone. Mara, her voice soft but clear, shares a deeply personal story, a moment of profound vulnerability. Her eyes dart around the room, briefly meeting Calloway's, a silent plea for understanding. Calloway listens intently, a gentle empathy etched on his face, offering a supportive, silent acknowledgement. His posture conveys an innate attunement to her feelings, a silent pillar of support in her brave confession. In the soft glow of a desk lamp, Calloway bends over a journal, a quiet intensity in his eyes. His pen scratches rhythmically across the page, each stroke a testament to his focused thoughts. He meticulously chronicles his journey, from cryptic text to a sudden, world-shifting realization. A powerful new sense of agency radiates from him, illuminating his face with newfound purpose. Calloway lies in bed, the dim light of his phone illuminating his face, eyes fixed on the screen. His thumb scrolls endlessly through old messages, each word a ghost from the past. A specific message, simply, "You," catches his attention. A sudden jolt in the quiet night. A new understanding dawns upon him, a profound realization reflected in his widening eyes. The you was not a future self, but the evolving essence within, guiding him to his true becoming. Calloway hunches over his desk, a fortress of scattered notebooks and half-eaten snacks. Under the dim glow of his lamp, his pen dances across a page, a whirlwind of creative fury, sketching out ideas that ignite his mind. He pauses, the pen tapping thoughtfully against his chin, a silent rhythm to the symphony of his thoughts. His gaze is intense, a mind not just thinking, but building, shaping, creating a world from his imagination. A quiet hum of creative energy fills the room, a palpable force as he actively shapes his path. He is no longer merely reacting, he is the architect of his destiny, crafting his project with fierce resolve. The morning sun stretches long, golden shadows across the empty school grounds, hinting at a day of labor and community. Calloway, clad in practical work clothes, moves with purpose, a figure of quiet authority among the scattered tools. He leads by example, his hands busy with trash, demonstrating dedication to the task at hand. With a friendly yet firm demeanor, Calloway directs volunteers, his voice a steady guide amidst the bustling activity. His gestures are clear and confident, orchestrating the cleanup with natural leadership. The school grounds slowly transform under his guidance, a testament to his initiative and the collective effort. In the soft glow of a digital clock, Calloway lies in bed, his face bathed in its ethereal light. He watches the numbers click past 8:17 p.m., a moment pregnant with unspoken significance. A genuine smile, brimming with deep contentment, slowly blossoms across his face. The time now holds a profound and different meaning, etched onto his serene expression. Morning light spills into Calloway's room, painting the space in soft golden hues. Calloway stirs, a gentle smile gracing his lips, as if awakening to a newfound peace. He stretches languidly, the last whispers of sleep dissolving from his relaxed form. The room feels lighter, unburdened, reflecting the calm that now washes over him. A stark contrast to past anxieties, this morning brings a serene tranquility to Calloway's face. Calloway strides into school, a newfound confidence radiating from his every step, a stark contrast to his past self. He meets the eyes of his friends, a subtle nod acknowledging their presence, a silent testament to his inner transformation. His posture exudes a quiet strength, a powerful presence that was once conspicuously absent, now undeniable. The morning sun illuminates Calloway, a figure reborn, walking with an ease that speaks volumes of his journey. In his bedroom, Calloway hunches over a desk, bathed in the soft, solitary glow of a lamp. Papers spread like secrets before him. His pen scratches a rhythmic symphony of creation. His gaze, sharp and intent, fixes on a pristine, blank sheet, a void awaiting the genesis of his thoughts. With deliberate grace, he selects a fresh pen, a thoughtful expression deepening the lines etched on his face. He begins to write, meticulously crafting his future, word by precise word, on the expectant page. The phone on his nightstand remains a forgotten relic, silent in the profound solitude of his focused world.